All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Fit IT Guy. Today we're going to be installing the Smart BSD Light Kit from Tilliard. BSD stands for blind spot detection, as you can see here. Here's the kit that they send. It has a nice fishing wire, the LED strip itself, a trim tool, and our harness that's going to connect to the car. So this should be a very simple install. I just installed the dash above my screen here in the last video. That was a little bit harder of an install. This one should be super simple. Not as much fishing as we had to do for the screen here. So let's go ahead and get started with this install. And you can save 25% on Tilliard.com with my code TFIG. So make sure you check out their website and see what accessories you like to buy for your Tesla. All right, first things first, we're going to pop off this panel here with just our fingers. So you want to take off this rubber gasket here, pull it to the side, and then you can kind of just slide your fingers here and do this. And this all comes off now in one piece. On the previous Model Y, this was a two-piece design here. So you can kind of just pull this off like so and just gently pull out the clips. Next, we have a clip here. So once you get the side portion off here, the next thing that we're going to have to do is take off just this portion of the fabric trim here, because there's a hole here that we'll use to fish down our wire for the LED light down from here, or up from here down to the side of the dash here, so that we can get the harness plugged into the car. This piece takes quite a bit of force, so you really have to wedge the trim tool in there, and just take your time. There's no rush. You'll start to hear the clips come out. I've noticed with this piece, I've taken it off before, that you have to kind of go all around before it actually fully clips out. So we're gonna do this, go around the side, and then we'll go around the back too. There we go, it's starting to clip out a little bit, and we'll just keep doing that. Okay, you can see it start to pop out. You kind of have to do the front and the back at the same time. So let's get our black trim tool that they gave us. This one's nice, it's a little smaller. I have this one from some other kits of things I've installed. So I'm gonna take the black one, kind of use it to help me pull out the back of the fabric piece here. Like I said, this piece is a little bit tougher. There we go. Kind of pulls up like that. Tougher than the first generation Model 3 and Model Y. Those things kind of just pop off so easily. This one takes a lot more wiggling, but we have the area here that we're going to use to fish. It's this little hole, so we don't need to pop out the full fabric, like I mentioned. So we have the fish tool here that Tilliard gave us, and we're going to kind of just stick this in here, and we can get a little bit more. Let's pop it off one more clip just to give us a little bit more space. Okay, very gently. Okay. We're going to take this fish here and put it through this hole right there. And we're just going to fish that down, and we should see it eventually come out of the side here. You might have to try a few times. I've fished through here before. It's not the easiest fishing spot, but you'll get it if you did it correctly. You'll get it after a few tries. So, yep, this is my first try. I can already see it went too far up. It needs to go down a little bit more. So I'll try to push it down and to the side. And it should come out the side here if we did it correctly. Oh, look at that. It did it on its own. Perfect. Awesome. We have the fish here, and let's take out our harness here. Okay, so here's our harness. We're not going to plug that in just yet. We're going to take this portion that plugs into the harness, and we see that the harness has a USB-C connector on it. So this part of the long cable that they provided will go into the harness, and the portion with this connector, which will connect to the light strip, we'll put through here. So we're going to fish this now. They didn't give us any electrical tape. I would recommend, if you're doing this install, to use electrical tape. It just kind of helps protect the wire too while you're fishing it through. So I'm going to grab some electrical tape, I'm going to wrap it around this, and then I'm going to fish the wire back through here basically. Okay, as I said, we're just going to tape up this wire. I'm going to tape it up right around here just to give me some length to the wire around the fish. And you just wrap it around tightly because you don't want the electrical wire to move. Sometimes if an area is too tight, the electrical wire will move and actually you'll lose the cable that you're fishing. So if you've ever fished anything through a wall, that has a big tendency to happen. All right, so I got the electrical tape on here. There we go. And you can see I'm just going to fish this through now, and you can see exactly what I'm doing here. I'm going to pull from the fish, but I'm also going to assist from the cable here too at the same time, just to make sure that it doesn't pull on the cable. The last thing you want is to rip the cable that you're fishing through. So yeah, you kind of want to push and pull at the same time. You want to do more pushing if possible. That way you know that the cable's not getting stuck somewhere. As long as everything's moving from both ends, you know that the cable's not stuck and that you're not damaging the cable. And also, like I said, if you don't put the electrical tape tight enough, then you might actually lose the cable inside. So we can see here, the cable made its way through. Perfect. Now I can go ahead and undo this electrical tape. And now that the electrical tape is undone, we can take the fish out of the way. So the next thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take this harness and I'm going to plug it in because I want to test the LED strip before I attach it to the car, just to save me some time if for whatever reason it doesn't work. But also you want to verify that you're putting it on the right way so that when you turn on your right blinker, that the right blinker turns on here, and when you turn on your left blinker, that it turns on the other side. So you want to verify that you're putting the strip in the correct direction. So let's take this harness. Okay, so we have our harness here. Normally for the Juniper Model Y, you have your AMD connector here. On Highlands, you'll have it around here somewhere. Because I already installed an accessory, which is the dash, the accessory came with a piggyback. Basically, the accessory is plugged into here, and it gives you another female connector here that the male connection goes into. And this accessory as well, you want to make sure you do this with every accessory. Just make sure it does come with a male to female. That way, if you're plugging in multiple accessories, you can still plug them into each other, and it leaves you another connection for the next accessory that you want to plug in, basically. So we're going to plug this in here into the AMD connection, and it does have another connector here, which again, my dash that I installed came with a piggyback connection here. So before I unplug that, because that's the power cable, or that is one of the power cables, I'm going to go ahead and turn the power off in the car. As someone who has worked in IT and cybersecurity for over a decade, you always want to power things off before you unplug anything. So let's unplug this. This is our main cable here. This is the piggyback. We're basically going to do another piggyback here. So again, if you're buying multiple accessories, make sure they have a male and female connector. So let's unplug this. We are then just unplug that. We are now plugging this one in, and we're plugging the main car connector back into here. And that is all good to go. So we can kind of just stuff these in there. Again, we have the USB-C plugged into here. You can kind of see a light that's on that's slightly dim. It's like a blue light. And we'll clean that up later before we put all the panels back on. Now that that's plugged in, I'm just going to hit the brake to turn the car back on to get some AC in here. It's super hot. Now we're going to take the LED strip and we're just going to plug it in here and verify that this lights up. We want to make sure we plugged everything in correctly, but also that the LED strip works. So we can see it just lit up. It's going to light up white, and I'm going to undo these straps here. Now that these straps are undone, I just want to verify the direction of the strip by turning on my right turn signal. Okay, so to test this, I actually had to close the passenger door and sit in the driver's seat. because if the door is open, it has a separate light to show you that a door is still open, which is a red light. But I just turned on my right turn signal, and we can see that this side here with the wire attached is the right side. And if I turn on my left turn signal, we can see this is the left side. So I just want to show you some quick settings. So what I'm gonna do now is actually, and what's great about this too is this comes with double-sided tape on it already. That makes life so much easier, because getting double-sided tape on such a long piece of LED would take such a long time, especially the correct width and length. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the LED light right at the very front of this bottom piece. So to show you what I'm talking about, I'm gonna have it, let's say, okay, so how we're gonna attach this is that we're gonna put the LED strip, basically, once we get this wire out of the way, we're gonna put it as close to the front of this bottom piece here, where the trim is, as possible, because when this trim is down, you want to see this light. You know, the whole point of this LED strip is to see this light. So we want to put it evenly on the front of this black trim here. So we're going to slowly just pull off the backing of the 3M tape, which the 3M tape with the red backing, that is the best tape, of course. And let's get this cable slightly out of the way for now. We'll organize it later, but we'll put this backing right here on the very front portion of the black piece here. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to pull the tape, hold, and push down so that I can get it exactly where it should be. So you can see it's staying towards the front of the black plastic piece under the fabric trim here. So we're just going to do this for the whole dash, and I'll show you what that looks like after. Okay, so now that we got everything on the car and we tested it, we're just going to go ahead and fish this wire back through. So you can see what I'm going to do here. And I'm just going to push it back through, and then I can kind of pull it out the side here. Actually, before I fish it through, I like to do this with all my connectors. One, you don't want the connector getting stuck in there. Let's say you ever take it off or you're adding another accessory. You don't want the connector to get stuck somewhere and then rip the wires. But also, you don't want the connector to get unplugged either, and then you lose the cable, like I was mentioning before. I'm just going to take a small bit of electrical tape here and just cover the whole connector. Keeps it nice and solid, and we don't have to worry about anything happening to the plug. And now that I did that, I will then continue to pull the cable down to make this wire neater. And again, if you feel like the cable's getting stuck, don't pull too hard. You don't want to rip the cable. I'm just pulling it just enough to hide the cable here. And I'm just going to do this. Get the cable slightly out of the way and push these clips down like so. Oh, that was a very nice click. I'm going to click the rest of these in now. And look at that. That is in there cleanly. Not a single wire to show. That is beautiful. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put the other panels back on. Alright guys, again, as you can see, there's so many features that come with this BSD ambient lighting kit from Tilliard. You get the blind spot monitoring, you get the red lights, which you get on the Juniper model already with the little red speaker dots here, but it's just nice to have a little bit of an extra notice and lighting here with the BSD kit. It's just going to make extra sure that if for whatever reason somebody's in your blind spot, that you do not, turn in or merge into them when you're changing lanes. So that's nice. You have all the different modes. You have the acceleration mode, which shows you how far you're pressing on the accelerator pedal. You have the turn signal alerts, which is great. Another flashing green light to show you that you have your turn signals on in case you have loud music on and you don't hear your turn signal, or you're not looking at the screen and seeing that the camera's on. It's just nice to have a nice little, subtle reminder. Another alert you get is the door open alert, which it'll show a red color on either side if one of the doors is open, in case you forgot or you didn't realize that you didn't close the door all the way. There's another mode for the autopilot status, which is great, so you can see if your autopilot's on. That's just another setting that's available. And according to their webpage, there may be some over-the-air updates in the future that may include some new updates, which is always cool. So I thought this was a pretty neat kit. When I saw it, I definitely wanted to put it in the car. I was going to put it in my previous Model Y, actually, before it was totaled. So now that I got the Juniper, even with the ambient lights, this is just another thin strip. You could turn it off too if you want, which is great. You can completely turn the strip off and only have the blind spot detection and the turn signal notification lights. You don't have to have all the lights on if you want, but it's nice to have an extra light there. And you do get a welcome light too when you open the door and enter the car, which I think is pretty cool also. So now that the lights installed, panels back on that I took off to put on the connectors. This was about a 10-minute install, really. Didn't take long at all. Definitely installing a dash takes a lot longer. Fishing the wire through there wasn't bad at all, like I said. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm posting videos pretty much every other day about the new 2026 Tesla Model Y Juniper. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm just so excited with this car. Again, I wasn't expecting to get it at all. I'm happy that I got it, and I'm happy that I can provide content for everybody. So please like, comment, and subscribe. I have a lot of cool ideas coming up for videos in the future, and a lot more products that I'll be installing into the car to show you guys, what these products can do. And if you like them, you can go ahead and buy them and install them on your car too. So you kind of get to see what the product looks like before you decide to buy it, which I think is a great thing. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps support the channel. If you guys use my affiliate link down in the description and in the comments, it helps support the channel as well. All the money I make from this channel, I'm basically putting back into the channel to provide you guys some better content. I got a better camera. I got a cinema camera a few weeks ago that I've been recording my videos on. I have Mac Studio I'm editing the videos on now. So I'm doing everything I can to provide the best quality content. One thing I've always been annoyed about with YouTube videos is lower quality cameras, lower quality content. I'm trying to provide the best quality content possible. I want you guys to actually see what I'm working on and not have a 480p or 720p video where you're kind of guessing what connector is that, what plug is that. So thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video in a couple days, and drive safe.